What's up, everyone? I'm Jay, and today we'll be looking at G.I. Joe Retaliation and judging it on a 5-star, 10-star, and 5,000 point scale. Let's get right into it. G.I. Joe Retaliation is an action movie released in 2013. It is a sequel to G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, and the second movie in a trilogy that was never finished. The only character remaining from the first movie is Duke, who dies a couple of minutes in, and we're left with Roadblock, Flint, Lady J, and various other people as they fight on either the side of Cobra Command or against Cobra Command. I'm pretty sure that Cobra Command is trying to take over the world, which leads me to believe that the other characters are trying to stop them. Let's see. Okay. Check. No dogs. Check. Check. Maybe. Check, check. Are you looking for adrenaline and music that communicates that every scene is the most important thing you'll ever watch? Well, you've come to the right place. But let's be real. If there's no story, then why should we care? This movie had some cool action, but for various reasons to follow, I just didn't enjoy it that much. I give 200 points for watch value. And I probably won't watch it again. I give 0 points for rewatch value. Well, time to look at why I didn't enjoy this movie. The writing was not really there. Most of the movie jumped from fight to fight. There were a couple of moments that led into plot or character, but it felt like they were just dropping you into the climax of the story without any build-up. Like this one scene where they've captured Storm Shadow. They need information from him, but they're also about to kill him for killing his master, and then he reveals that it wasn't him, and he thinks Snake Eyes was the one who killed his master, but then the new master reveals that they know it was the bad guy, so why were they accusing Storm Shadow in the first place? And then Storm Shadow helps out the Joes, which is a rather quick character 180. Also, didn't he die at the end of the last movie? How is he here? I give 100 points for writing and plot. There is a brand new cast of characters in this movie, and I didn't really care about any of them. The only real moment of chemistry I saw was when Duke and Roadblock are talking and playing games at the beginning. And then Duke dies, and that chemistry is gone. The actors weren't bad, especially Jonathan Pryce, who plays the real and fake president. I give 500 points for acting and voice. There are a lot of cool and flashy fights, I think. One of my biggest complaints about this movie is that I couldn't see anything. The camera was shaking around so much during the fights that I couldn't actually tell what was happening, and the main point of the movie was the fights. I think the sets looked good, but my inability to enjoy the main draw of this movie was frustrating. I give 200 points for effects and set. A rather disappointing movie that I will give 1 out of 5, 2 out of 10, and 1,000 points to. With all of that said, this movie does have some enjoyable moments. I think that I should spare you watching the whole thing and just explain those parts. First, the soundtrack is good. Very patriotic and moving, even if the story isn't. There's a great amount of chemistry between Duke and Roadblock in the beginning of the movie, and there's 2 notable scenes. The first is when the remaining Joes go to see General Colton. They need weapons for the finale, and this man's house is set to explode. Every cabinet, closet, wall, and fruit bowl has weapons in it. How would one man even use that many weapons? It's quite over the top. And second is the climax of the movie. The imposter president calls for a nuclear weapons summit with all the nuclear powers. When they all refuse to disable their weapons, he launches all 4,600, assuming this is 2015, of the US's nuclear weapons at the other countries. A strike that would destroy the entire world with fallout alone. Then, in an extremely childish move, all of the other countries also launched their nuclear weapons. There are now 16,000 nuclear warheads in the air at one time, again, assuming 2015. Then, the fake president self-destructs all of his weapons, which convinces the other countries to destroy all of theirs. This means that the world now has no nuclear weapons. Still following? The villain's next step is to reveal the Zeus Project, which will drop metal rods from space. Note that they will be specifically dropped and not launched, meaning all that is required for massive world destruction is for these rods to be let go, and gravity does the rest. The Cobra Command then proceeds to drop one as a threat and kill all 8.5 million people in London. There it is, London, exploding. And then the G.I. Joes blow up the weapons and save the day, and London's never mentioned again. Not only is this a great tragedy for London, but there are still 70 or so rods floating in space, poised to drop to Earth at any moment and destroy London-sized cities. I feel like this is a gross oversight. And as I said last G.I. Joe movie, nice mask. Cobra Commander continues to rock an epic mask, and I can appreciate this man's fashion taste. Until next time, enjoy entertainment and judge it fairly. This has been Just J Review.